Today we're going to cover some of the dumbest actions I've seen in a long time because yes, you read the title correctly. Someone stole a plane to brag about it on Snapchat. Man, that's so wild. These videos that I'm covering are getting wilder and wilder for every month that goes by, but hey, at least this one happened in the country I was raised in, Norway. Which is very convenient for us because all the articles I found on this story are in Norwegian. Thankfully, I know that language. So hey, as your trusty translator here, we're gonna virtually go over to Norway and figure out what happened over there because it's not every day someone steals a plane to flex on social media. So where does this all start? Well, it all starts with a snapshot of them saying, "No one thinks we're gonna fly, but we're gonna have to show them we can fly." Yeah, they really showed us how to fly into a ditch. These morons, that could have literally been their last words. But what makes this story even wilder is they filmed themselves stealing the plane and taking off at the runway. And the clip stopped right before impact, and I love how they were like, yeah, this is so much fun, until they had that realization that they couldn't fly a plane. How do you mess up so badly to end up in that position? Because they start off in the hangar going, oh, they think we can't fly a plane. Well, we're gonna show them we have to know how to fly a plane. And then they open the hangar door, they push the plane out to the runway, they somehow start the plane, and then they start taking off, and then one of them starts filming everything on Snapchat. And even as they're going down the runway, none of them thought, hey, maybe before we take off, none of us can fly. I'm just really interested in knowing what was the plan here. And I don't know how or why, but they also posted a selfie of themselves after they crashed the plane, just so there's absolutely no doubt who did this. They filmed themselves before the crime, during the crime, and after the crime. Geniuses. And for some reason, all the Norwegian media has censored them and changed their voices in all the videos. And I'm not really sure why, but I do have two guesses. One of my guesses would be because Norway doesn't really have the same fair use laws. So maybe they don't have permission to use this footage. So then they're just completely blurring them out because technically they filmed it all themselves. So they own that footage. And then my other guess is, you know, since they haven't been convicted yet, they're technically innocent until proven guilty, even though they just filmed themselves doing everything. So I feel like it's either one or the other. But if you understand Norwegian law, please enlighten me in the comments down below. But moving on with the story, this all happened in Farsund, Norway, where two men in their 20s, as you saw, stole a plane, and shortly after they ran it right into a forest in Lyngdal. It's so hard to say that with a straight face because of how ridiculous this all is. I can't believe this. But one of the guys is currently sitting in jail, and the other guy is in the hospital with a broken leg. The owner of the plane made a quick comment saying that he saved up a long time to buy it, and he's owned the plane for about 4 years, and he recently just upgraded the plane. He also said the wind was incredibly dangerous the day they stole the plane. I mean, they crashed the plane because they can't fly a plane. But I mean, like, that didn't make it easier for them. So you have dangerous winds and the inability to fly a plane. So I don't know why you would want to steal a plane with these two factors in mind. But hey, I question the actions of a lot of people we cover here on this channel, so that's nothing new. And to make things worse for them, nobody in the aviation community in Norway knew who they were. So most likely that was their first time ever controlling a plane. But naturally, the police did know who both of them were because of their previous criminal record. The plane apparently started doing a barrel roll when it was 15 meters off the ground and landed upside down. So it's an absolute miracle they're still here with us today. But more information has since came out, and they've now released the ages of the guys are 25 and 29. And a bunch of Norwegian information professors are blaming social medias like Snapchat and TikTok for giving young people a platform to gain attention for their reckless actions. I mean, I feel like my channel could kind of be a case study for that if they wanted to look through it. We've covered a fair share of those types here on this channel. It's sadly probably going to happen more and more. There's been a clear trend for the last 5 years that people are just doing dumb dumber and dumber stuff for some basic level attention on the internet. But the TV2 reporter Elias Håvarstein showed us what the wreckage looked like.
Skal vi til reporter Elias Håvarstein, og Elias, du ved flyvraket, og der skjer det ting nå, forstår jeg.
Her skjer det veldig mye faktisk, eller har skjedd i løpet av den siste timen. Nå vi i sluttfasen av arbeidet. Dette altså propellen til flyet som styrta like nedi her. Den har jeg fått lov å låne av eieren for å vise fram. For nå har nemlig eieren, sammen med en hel gjeng med snekkere, venner og nære som har stilt opp, de har slept dette flyet opp fra der det styrta, til dette flate berget her, og demontert flyet. En ser et helt annet fly enn en har sett på bilder for bare, noen timer siden.
I feel so bad for the owner of this plane. He works hard his entire life, buys his dream plane, and now he has to clean up the wreckage because two morons wanted to flex flying a plane on Snapchat. Hopefully he sues them and they have to pay him back for the cost of the plane and the labor that went into cleaning up all their mess.
Og Morten, du midt i arbeidet her, Morten. Hvordan har det gått så langt?
Ja, det har egentlig gått veldig greit.
Ja, har det? Altså, dere bare gjør dette en ordinær kveld. Hvordan er det mulig?
Nei, sånt er det.
Ja.
Nei, vi må hjelpe ut så godt en kan. Ja.
Det virker som det som er mentaliteten nemlig her, at her fant en ut av at en kunne like greit når en først var oppe og så på vraket. Egentlig bare få det vekk for både eieren og grunneieren sin del. Nå har disse snekkerne da kjørt opp det er 2 sekshjulinger? Ja. 2 sekshjulinger og skal få fjernet vraket av flyet.
But hey, I mean, it's good that the community is helping out the owner, and they seem to have a positive attitude towards it, especially after it came out the owner just bought thousands of dollars of new equipment for his plane, and then these morons stole it. But the lawyer of the moronic pilot claims that he doesn't even have his driver's license, let alone the knowledge to fly a plane. But to make this story just a little bit more Norwegian, one of the key witnesses was named Nissen, which directly translates to Santa. So apparently our boy Santa here was having coffee outside on his deck when a plane flew about 60 foot over his house. He knew something was off because that's never happened before, and 30 seconds later, the plane barrel rolled and crashed into the tree line. He said it seems like the pilot used the treetops to try to stop the plane. And honestly, I don't even know what you would do in that situation. If you're in the air, you've already screwed yourself by taking off the plane, and you don't know how to fly, and there's strong winds. What is your best bet of trying to hit with a plane? Is it treetops, or is it trying to steer it into a lake? Is that a better thing? Then you have to figure out how to open the cabin and hope you didn't get knocked out as the plane goes on. Yeah, that's probably a tricky one, especially when you have maybe 30 seconds to 60 seconds to think and figure out, how do I not die here? But shout out Marius Kalleberg Myland for getting to the spot so quickly and taking all the photos of this. And congratulations to these absolute morons for being a complete waste of space, wasting the time of rescuers, resources, and turning the victim's dream plane into a nightmare. But I mean, hey, at least they didn't ruin their own lives from pranking the FBI and going to jail like this guy did, which is also an absolutely insane story you should check out here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.